And now a quick word from our sponsors here at Viral Hip Hop News.
Hey yo, bring the fire all summer long with the big three and your homeboy Ice Cube. Starting July 10th on CBS, Thriller, and Fight TV. That's right, every Saturday. Bring the fire with the big three, baby.
And here from Viral Hip Hop News, letting my people know to go grab this bottle of miracle food right now. ChakraDoctor.org put together some of the best ingredients on God's green earth to help your immune system, give you a cleanse and reboot that your body deserves. Don't wait for your miracle. Grab it in Miracle Food right now. Let's go. House of Lazenby 1970H is the continuation of the Lazenby family fighting for its independence in the criminal world from the mafia and the national agreement. This ongoing battle takes the Lazenby clan over international waters. Grab the House of Lazenby 1970H in the description box right now.
Deal. Has there been an evolution or a change to that in that rap industry? Because you see a lot of rappers now who some of them complain, but some of them are making out very, very well, you know, in the industry. So break that down. And has there been any evolutions to the 360 deal that you know?
Yeah. And it's funny, you know, I have people that actually watch the episode that I was on here before. And it was like, damn, man, you predicted all of this. I said, well, you know, I was in the business for 20 some odd years. I understand the business side of it. Yes, it's evolving. It's turning artists into executive producers. And the artists are taking the burden off of the labels. Because if you notice, artists are signing other artists to badass deals. Horrible deals. And selling them the deal. And then you don't find out until either the artist passes away and you see that they have no equity in their estate, or you see them not their music isn't distributed fairly when there's different quarters. Like this last quarter is coming out is for the heavyweights. But you don't see any of the heavyweights except maybe 2 or 3. But they're the ones that are getting subsidiary deals from the major labels to sign the smaller artists to 360s. So you have people like a Rick Ross. Now he's a distributor. So he's signing distributor deals. He's owning publishing, and he's basically a record label, and he's pushing a 360. You know, sorry about that, Rick, but you know what you're doing. But he's pushing a 360 to the other artists. I mean, other artists are literally doing that, and you see it. The 360 deal is all designed to pull income from the artists. And for the life of me, artists are still doing it. They won't go independent. You know, it's amazing. And some artists will go from independent to actually going back into a label. I don't understand that. I just don't know what the draw is.
Now, let me ask you this. You talk about a Rick Ross, and shout out to Rick Ross because we're fans of his music and it's all on a business perspective. But then you see a brother like a Yo Gotti out in Tennessee, and from what it looks like, all his motherfucking artists are eating from what it looks like. So talk about if that, in fact, is what we see true. What's the difference between a Yo Gotti and some of these other artists who turn into labels and sign other artists?
Publishing and royalties. A Yo Gotti won't have to release a song at all because he's got the publishing rights and the royalties to all the artists he signs. Because he's a big fish in a goldfish tank, he's going to impress the small artists. Okay, I'll get you clothes, I'll get you an apartment, I'll put you all in one big building. It's a tax write-off. I'm going to give you exposure. I got a publicist for you. I'm going to get your name out there. You're responsible for growing your own song, though, but I'll get you out there, quote unquote. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's going to eat, but he's real good. Because, I mean, it's the same thing. Look at the City Girls. Look at where they are right now. Mm-hmm. You know, they're known. Are they making money? No. Is OC making money? Yes. I mean, it's a 360 deal. Yeah. You know, and a lot of industry people don't want to talk about that because these artists have said, you know what, guys, we're just going to have to do what the labels are doing. Instead of really going strictly independent, as an independent company, they just want to be able to reap the benefits of a label making them notorious. So Warner Brothers and the Sony, they own all the outlets. They deal with the Clear Channels and those kind of promoting agencies that promote huge concerts and have the Pepsi and the Coke contracts and the sponsorships. So you just can't compete. They're worried that they can't compete with that level of distribution. They really can if they really understood their resources. So what the artists are doing, artists like a Yo Gotti, you have someone parallel to him like a Boosie. So they'll have local artists underneath their labels that are getting spins and rotation and they're giving them revenue. They're getting royalties off these people.
Wow. That's pretty amazing that you say that. So break it down. Once again, break it down. And first of all, is it for everybody to even go independent? Because it's a lot more of a hustle. You really got to have, your business, mind in order to be able to, manage all of that. So is it for everybody to be independent? Talk about that and talk about the pitfalls that 360 do.
Yeah, it's not for everybody to go independent. Sometimes, it depends on your situation. You may not have the wherewithal or the resources to go independent. You do have to have some resources. So if you're going to step to a label with the 360, you can actually create carve-outs within the 360 contract so that you go in as a partner. You're coming out as an equal partner, equal in, equal out. Now you can have an incentive-laden partnership versus signing as an employee. You get signed and they give you a 1099. If they give you a 1099, just know you're in trouble. Just know, you might as well just understand you're an employee now. You're in trouble. But if you go in as a partner and you have vested interest in the royalties, the mechanical rights, the performance rights, you're getting money off the tickets, you're getting royalties for money they charge for parking. Labels get money for people in the parking lot. They own the stake of they own the stake of the actual venue when the artists perform. 360 takes all of that out of your revenue, and that's the pitfall of the 360. The 360 sequesters all your earning power, and they become the executor of it. They control it. From the merchandising to any third-party affiliation. Somebody comes on Hip Hop Uncensored and they say their song. Those royalties go to the label. You got to ask the label for your money. It depends on the venue. And then we had, not to mention radio or podcast now, because now you have DJs, like it always has, that actually have boxes, like Nielsen boxes. I know you guys know about that. When they play it, it's played through a Nielsen box. And Nielsen box plays through an ASCAP or BMI speaker, whatever venue that is. How many rotations turn into money? The label takes that in the 360. They take that. So when you go to like a DJ so-and-so, he has leverage because he's got a Nielsen box, so he's playing at a union venue. So he could charge you just to play your song. Okay, I'll rotate your song 7 times in my mix. Give me $2,000. Now you just think of promotion, people are hearing, but you don't realize those are sound scan points. Those are points that get you charted. This is what creates a DJ Khaled. Now DJ Khaled can assign a 360 deal to other artists and he owns the royalty of the label. Now he's at a level where he has such big artists, they're all going in on partnership deals. But initially that's what he was doing. Because you see a DJ Khaled and he's like, okay, what did he actually do? He was executive producer and he was distributing the music as a DJ. So 360s are very deceitful, and that's why they're not worth even dealing with.
Right? What's the draw for Roc Nation? We see a lot of artists, going over to Roc Nation, like that's like the savior of hip hop. Are they still essentially doing the same thing, or there's something different with Roc Nation?
They're doing the same thing, but what makes Roc Nation kind of unique, and I've noticed that from the inception, is that they're really bossy when it comes to distribution. They can get you in corners of the earth that other people can't get you on a consistent basis. If you're an artist that doesn't have much exposure, they'll get you in there. They'll get you where you need to go, and that's what gives them leverage. A lot of labels and management companies like Roc don't have the influence. The way Roc Nation was built, it was built on relationships within the media industry to add depth and width to the artists they represent. So Roc Nation can get you that third-party sponsorship, can get your music on a movie soundtrack. Roc Nation can do that.
Got you. No transition.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip bars is back. Hip hop, SamAnt O'God. What's up with you?
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you a rookie.